Your toddler just threw their favourite snack on the floor, screamed no when you offered help, and then cried because you didn't help them. If you think your toddler is trying to drive you crazy, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Every bizarre behaviour has a hidden psychological purpose. And once you understand what's really happening in that tiny mind, parenting gets so much easier. I'm breaking down the science behind 5 common toddler behaviours that baffle parents every single day. Let's start with the most exhausting one, the automatic no. Your toddler says no to everything. Do you want a snack? No. Time for bath? No. Do you want to play? No. Wait, yes. Actually, no. Here's what's actually happening. Between 18 and 36 months, toddlers discover they are separate people from you. This is called individuation, and it's a critical developmental milestone. When your toddler says no, they're not being defiant. They're literally testing the boundaries of their own identity. Dr. Alison Gopnik, a developmental psychologist at UC Berkeley, explains that toddlers use no the same way scientists use experiments. They're testing hypotheses. What happens if I refuse? Do I still exist as a separate person? Does mum still love me? Every no is actually your toddler asking, am I safe to be my own person? So what do? Offer choices. Instead of, do you want to eat dinner? Try, do you want pasta or rice? This gives them autonomy while keeping you in control of the outcome. You're not giving in, you're honouring their developmental need to feel independent. Next up, throwing. Food, toys, cups, books, if it fits in their hand, it's going airborne. I know it feels disrespectful, but here's the psychological truth. Your toddler isn't throwing things at you, they're conducting physics experiments. Between 12 and 24 months, toddlers are in what Piaget called the sensory motor stage. They learn by doing, not by being told. When they throw a block and it crashes, they're learning about gravity, cause and effect, spatial relationships and force. But there's something deeper happening too. Dr. Laura Markham, clinical psychologist and parenting expert, notes that toddlers also throw things when they're emotionally overwhelmed. They don't have the language to say, I'm frustrated, so they throw. It's not manipulation, it's communication. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for impulse control, won't fully develop until their mid-20s. Right now, it's barely online. So what helps? Give them appropriate throwing opportunities. A soft ball, bean bags, crumpled paper. Say, we don't throw food, but you can throw this ball. You're not permitting bad behaviour, you're redirecting a natural developmental urge into a safe outlet. Let's talk about the meltdowns that make absolutely no sense. The banana broke in half. The wrong parent put them in the car seat. Their sock feels weird. And suddenly the world is ending. Here's what's really going on. Toddlers experience emotions with 100% intensity, but they have almost zero ability to regulate them. Dr. Dan Siegel, neuropsychiatrist and author of The Whole Brain Child, uses the metaphor of flipping your lid. When toddlers get upset, their amygdala, the emotional alarm system, takes over completely. The rational thinking part of their brain goes offline. They literally cannot calm themselves down. That's why logic doesn't work. You can't reason with an amygdala. But here's the beautiful part. When you stay calm and present during their meltdown, you're literally helping build their brain. Dr. Tina Payne Bryson, co-author of The Whole Brain Child, explains that your calm nervous system helps regulate theirs. It's called co-regulation.
You're teaching them that big feelings are safe, that they won't destroy them, and that you'll be there no matter what. So instead of saying, stop crying, it's just a banana, try, I see you're so upset. That's hard. I'm right here. You're not reinforcing the tantrum. You're building emotional intelligence. Number 4, your toddler follows you everywhere. Bathroom? They're there. Shower? They're waiting outside the curtain. You walk to another room? They're right behind you. It can feel suffocating, but there's a profound psychological reason. It's called secure base behavior, and it's rooted in attachment theory developed by John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth. Your toddler uses you as their secure base. You are their safe harbor in a big, unpredictable world. Between 18 months and 3 years, toddlers start exploring more independently, but they need to check in with you constantly to make sure you're still there. Dr. Gordon Neufeld, developmental psychologist, calls this collecting. Your toddler needs to collect connection with you before they can venture out again. When they follow you, they're not being clingy. They're actually practicing independence in the safest way possible. Think of it like a Wi-Fi signal. They venture out, but if the connection weakens, they come back to reconnect. So what helps? Name the need. You want to be close to me right now. I love being with you too. Then offer connection. Let's snuggle for 2 minutes, and then I need to finish the dishes. You can play right here where you can see me. You're not creating dependence. You're filling their connection tank so they can be independent. And finally, the maddening cycle of want, get, reject. Examples. They beg for a snack. You give it to them. They scream because it's the wrong color, wrong shape, or you didn't let them open it themselves. This one makes parents feel like they're losing their minds, but it's actually a sign of healthy cognitive development.
Around age 2, toddlers develop what's called mental representation. They can imagine how they want something to be, but they don't yet understand that reality might be different. Dr. Alison Gopnik calls toddlers the R&D department of humanity. They have incredible imaginations, but very little executive function. In their mind, they imagined opening the snack themselves. When you opened it, you disrupted their mental script, and they don't have the cognitive flexibility to adapt yet. This is also tied to their need for control. Remember, they're trying to figure out who they are and what power they have in the world. When things don't go exactly as they imagined, it feels like chaos, and chaos is terrifying when you're 2. So what do? Slow down and narrate. You want the crackers. Should I open them, or do you want to try? Give them agency wherever safe and possible. Let them choose the plate, open the package, pour the water. You're not giving in to demands, you're teaching them they have power and limits. Here's what I want you to remember. Your toddler isn't giving you a hard time, they're having a hard time. Every bizarre behavior, the nose, the throwing, the meltdowns, the clinginess, the impossible demands, they're all signs of a healthy, developing brain doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Your toddler is learning to be a separate person, to regulate emotions, to test cause and effect, to form secure attachments, and to exert autonomy. And they're doing it all with a brain that won't be fully developed for 2 more decades. Parenting a toddler is hard, but when you understand the why behind the behavior, you can respond with patience instead of frustration. You can see the scientist, the explorer, the learner, instead of just the chaos. If this helped you see your toddler differently, subscribe for more psychology-backed parenting insights every week. Drop a comment and tell me, which toddler behavior baffles you the most? I read every single one. And if you want to understand why your toddler stares at you so intensely, that video is up next. You're doing an incredible job. See you in the next one.